Hey everyone, today we're at Lower Falls on the Ammonoosuc River. Great swimming hole. Awesome today, off season. We're the only ones here. In the winter time, you may have remembered my videos of this place. You see this dark center? That's a bunch of garbage getting collected because it's a big, slow-moving whirlpool which forms an ice disk every winter when it gets into the negative temperatures. Pretty awesome place down here. All the smooth rock. It's like a giant water slide, but you see all this rock put here? All this rock was put here as a baffle for the old traffic bridge, which the foundation is right here, used to go across. Pretty cool. I think it's a one-way, or this was a one-lane traffic bridge, like on each end there'd be a yield sign, because there's still evidence of the yellow line going down here. Right here is perfect for doing a cannonball, like 5 feet deep. Jump out here into the middle. There's parts that are closer to 12 feet. And there's all kinds of cool little whirlpools. Just look at this over here. Nice little stairs to get out of the water. I struggled a few minutes ago to climb up on this, covered in pine needles. But check out the whirlpools as the water's going by. It keeps, was doing it perfect a minute ago. Oh, there it goes. See the whirlpools forming as the torrent goes around this corner. Guess it changes pretty fast. A few minutes ago there was some pretty deep ones. Oh, that one's doing pretty well. Look at that one go. That one must have had a vortex going at least 10 inches deep. Awesome. Now going over here was pretty fun. I go in about here. It's a big sheet of rock on the bottom. And you sit there in the rapids and it drags you all the way over here until you slow down in the pool. Pretty cool. Right here it's like 4 feet deep. You try to stand up and the current's pushing you as you're standing. It's like you're roller skating. It's so smooth and slippery the bottom. Being careful right now to walk on the edge. I walked up this waterfall to see if it was safe enough to ride down here, but what's actually pretty dangerous, and the reason I didn't do it, but it doesn't matter, it's pretty fun down here. Like right about here, I'll slide right in nice and smooth. It's only like 6 inches deep here. It drags you all the way down. So much fun. But here's what I was looking at. That's pretty hazardous because this is Lower Falls. Upper Falls is much more dangerous, but each of them do have a lot of deaths in the history. When I went up here to this waterfall, right there, if you were sliding down here, you can get stuck underneath this piece of rock. I was sitting on top of this, and I reached my arm underneath it, and that's pretty deep. You get stuck in there and drown. But from on the top, I slid down. That was pretty cool right here. Just a little bit of water. I've seen people do it on tubes, which I think is a lot safer, because a tube is not gonna fit under there. But then at the bottom here, even if you jumped in from here in this big rapid, right here is super deep. And suddenly slam into a wall, and then you got the thing I was on. Pretty cool. Pretty cool place to swim. That was awesome today. Beautiful September day. Today is September 20th, 2020. Temperature is 72 degrees. Water's pretty cold. And that's, I guess, what's keeping everyone away. The best time to go swimming. When we got here, there was 2 other people swimming. Then some fishermen showed up, but they went quick. Mustn't have caught anything. Or with us swimming, we were scaring them away. This is one of the most popular swimming holes in New Hampshire during the summer. Sometimes there'll be hundreds of people here. A lot of times at night, the state police will have to kick people out for having illegal fires and drinking alcohol here. That happens a lot. Pretty awesome place. I'll throw in some pretty interesting footage of me sliding down this thing. It felt awesome. You can get in here, you can slide right in. So awesome. There's also some pretty good fish going around here. Now you may notice over here all the beaver trimmings. That's the remnants of an old beaver dam that the Bretton Woods Resort took down last year. I have a video link in the description. Last year there was a giant beaver dam blocking the Ammonoosuc River in front of Bretton Woods. They either removed it or a storm knocked it out. This is the remains. Because I've been up this river, pretty much every part of it. That was the only beaver dam I ever found, and that has to be the remnants because this water gets a lot higher. Today, the water's running just below 2 feet. every spring, it usually gets up to about between 7 and 11 feet. I've seen it. I saw it one time get slightly above 11 feet, but that's extremely rare. That's also pretty cool up there. Look at that little cave. Maybe we'll go check that out before we leave. I'm definitely going swimming again. I'm gonna set this camera up to a power bank. So we're only running around 10% batteries flashing on and off. Now I'm being very careful to get back over here. I love these shoes I'm wearing. I can't find them anywhere. The whole bottom is destroyed. Not that one. That's pretty good. See the holes? These came from the dollar store. Can't believe it lasted me 5 years before getting holes. That's awesome. They feel like a piece of foam. I thought they were going to break in a week. They don't sell them anymore. Big disappointment. Woo! I'm sliding. Woo! I'm like going off a few little ramps under here. That's so fun. These cubby holes are so nice. Beautiful sand. I love this part. It's like little stairs to get out. Oh. And this right here is why I always wear shoes, some kind of sandals, something on my shoes. Look at that little fish hook. That's why I don't trust any waterways, no matter how clear they might be. Not sure if you could tell, but under the surface, look at that, it's sucking air at least half a foot deep when those things get going. Just below Lower Falls. Very nice rock slope. Look at this. So perfectly smooth, but just a little bit of rain will turn this thing so slippery. Pretty cool. Look at all the little pools. Ton of little pools here, carved out by years of water. Sun's starting to go down. Oh, look at these crevices from water pouring in here. All right, as soon as the sun goes down, this time of year, it gets cold real fast without the sun warming you up. We're gonna come back here in a few weeks. Can't do it anytime soon because my magnets are like 250 miles away from here, where I'm from, and I didn't bring them with me in the vehicle. Definitely want to come back here. I want to try magnet fishing in the middle of this place. Look at this nice whirlpool here. Definitely want to try magnet fishing here in a few weeks. Doesn't matter if it's cold for that, because we're not going to be swimming, because I know I'm going to get a lot of stuff like this here. It looks like railroad remnants because I showed the bridge. I don't know if it's train tracks or not, but I know there's active train tracks right up on this hill. May have been a link, but that'll be really cool to throw some magnets in here. And you never know what people could drop. It's a very popular swimming hole. Maybe get some kind of jewelry that someone may have dropped in there. Stupid person going swimming with jewelry. Shouldn't be doing that in first place, but definitely gonna get a lot of this stuff. Look at this. Found 3 fish hooks today just up on the shore. And that's why I said always wear some kind of water shoes or something to protect yourself, even though a big one would go through that anyways. This is very slippery right here. See the water leaking out of the hill? Yep. And also, when we're magnet fishing, things like metal, like railroad spikes and stuff, we'll just leave it somewhere up on the side, maybe the edge of the woods. But actual trash and fish hooks, we'll put in a bottle, get rid of them. And I noticed there's so many bottles and garbage all over the edge of the tree line left here by tourists, and I bet they let a lot of it float away too. We'll clean that up in a few weeks. Definitely be able to fill up like a 55-gallon bag. We'll be back. Walking back to the parking lot. It's only about half a mile. And right here, it's a small little trail here just for walking. This turns into a snowmobile trail. In the wintertime, you see the tire mark from rangers and the police coming in here occasionally. But then you notice the drainage ditch is over here. And then the drainage is all the way on that side, because this used to be a 2-lane road. I'll show you when we get to the parking lot, the faint yellow line where the asphalt was not ripped up yet. Okay, we're back to the parking lot. See the faint yellow line of when this used to be the road? This was years and years ago before they had the road over here. This is the new main road, but it used to come in here. And it just ends here. They ripped the rest of it up. And then half a mile ahead at Lower Falls, where I showed the bridge foundation, I got up on top. There's no way that was a 2-lane bridge. It was a 1-lane bridge. And back in those days when there wasn't a lot of traffic, there was probably a yield sign at each end, and you'd have to make sure it was clear before you went across. I do not think that was a train bridge, because just when we get up there, the trail suddenly gets so narrow and tight. I don't think the road went beyond where that bridge was. Hello. Hey everyone, we're back nearly 2 months later to try some magnet fishing here right before it snows. Sadly, we don't live anywhere in the area, so it took us a little bit longer than expected to get back up here. But we'll see you at the swimming hole. All right, we made it. There's much higher flow today after a rainstorm a few days ago. Got the tow strap right here hooked up to our biggest magnet that's way over 1,000 pounds pull force. Then we got the smaller ones, which are each 250. This one's double-sided. We'll give those ones a throw. See if anyone's dropped anything at this popular swimming hole. Then I want to focus right there in the center of the rotation where things would be collecting. But we'll also throw in some other places, hoping not to get stuck on the rocks. And that's the end of the day. I gotta step in and do this now. Oh God, it's cold. So cold. Never magnet fishing in a rocky river again. That is so cold. That was really cold getting in here this time of year with snow in the forecast, just 2 more days. But anyways, now that I'm out of the water, I'm warmed up and I'm fine. Turns out it was a stupid idea even magnet fishing here with all the rocks. The flow is too great to get over there where it's all sandy. But before I got it stuck there off camera, I threw it a few times and we didn't find anything. I thought people would have dropped things here, since there's pictures of hundreds of people around here during the summertime as one of New Hampshire's most popular swimming holes. You got the waterfall to slide down. There's a lot of good sliding rocks. In the middle of this is 12 feet deep. But the simple fact is magnets get stuck. Even these kind right here, which are flat, they can still get stuck. So we're gonna try going to another area with more of a pond where a lot of people go to. And then sometime in the future, we're gonna try the Connecticut River down south where it's all muddy and there's no rocks. I bet we find a lot of stuff like underneath a Massachusetts bridge where a bunch of people throwing garbage off it. That'll be much better. We shouldn't try to even do this stuff up north. It's too pristine. There's not enough garbage people to pollute the environment to actually find good stuff. Thanks for watching. Take a look at all this stuff for culverts you can buy. Got these sections of culvert pipe right here. These can also be used to stop someone from driving on a sidewalk. Got right here the inlet structure of a culvert. Look at the inside. Pretty cool. It's all for sale. More culvert structures over here. Here's another structure for a culvert. All set up for you to buy. More pieces of culvert. It looks like there might actually be a culvert over here. There's a pond, right? Yeah, look at that. There's even a culvert here. And a nice, really bright oak tree, too.